Guys, thanks for clicking on this video and watching. This is basically, I'm going to split what I kind of do at the end of every month. I round up what I've bought and what I've been really enjoying that month, and that goes from skincare, beauty as in makeup, and fashion, the whole lot. So I thought I would break it down into two separate videos instead of one big one, so then I've got potentially a better amount of time to manage my time better to film and edit and get a video up for you. It's a lot quicker for me to do that with two smaller videos than one bigger one. That's my my thought process there anyway. So this is going to be basically March, what I've been buying beauty wise and really enjoying. So my favorites are in here, and then also I've picked up a couple of things very recently, so they're going to be a little bit of a first impression. So I thought I'd sort of merge all that into one pretty quick video, I hope. So let's just get straight into it. So first up, I am going to mention a foundation because I was loving this actually through the month of February. Forgot to actually mention it in my February favourites. Then I did a little video to review it for you, which has already been up, so with a bit of luck you've already seen it. So it's the C.Y.O long lasting foundation. What more can I say? I'm still loving this product. I'm gonna put in the description box down below my review on this product if you're at all interested. You can pick it up in Boots. It's one of their own sort of in-house brands. It's $7.50 for, how much product do you get? 30ml. I can't say any more about it. I just forgot to mention it at the end of February, so that's where I did the whole review video on it. But I just want to let you know it's still here in March and it's still one of my faves. Absolutely love it. So from there, I'm actually going to start with skincare. And where shall we start? I've got a couple of little pieces. I'm going to show you my favourite actually. Again, you may have seen my previous video was a vlog for when we went to Rome for the weekend for my birthday. And while sitting on the aeroplane, flicking through their boutique magazine, I saw this product. Alpha H liquid gold with glycolic acid. That's the box it comes in. That's the product. And you get 50ml. At the time, it was EasyJet we were flying with, and they were having 20% off of all of their duty-free products. Anyway, so this worked out at about £16.60, something like that. I'd heard good things about it, so I thought, why not? It's a good price, let's try it out. And basically, it's a holy grail product. I'm not being funny. I've been using this now, what have we been back, 2 weeks? Yeah, so I used it whilst I was away because I bought it on the way out there, and we've been back 2 weeks, so 2.5 weeks. And it's basically it's kind of like you apply it like a toner. So you've washed your face, it's all clean. The first step you do after that is flip the lid like that, apply a little bit, a few drops, good sort of 3 or 4 drops onto a cotton pad and swipe it all over your face. This I do in my evening routine, okay? And then I don't put anything else on my face. I think you can go on and apply your moisturiser, but I just wanted to try it first up in its raw state, just this product, and see what my face looked like in the morning. And I quite liked it. In fact, I more than quite liked it. I really, really liked it. Everything was just a little bit more relaxed, smoothed, clearer. I don't know, I just looked rested. And as we age, I think probably the main thing we tend to say about our face is we look tired, and that's because the dark circles are more prominent. Sometimes you're losing the bounce, well, you're not sometimes, you are losing the bounce in your skin, the elasticity, the collagen, so everything just looks a little bit lackluster. I like that word at the moment. So this just kind of picked everything up a little bit, made me look like I'd had a beautiful 10 hours sleep and I had no stress. What can I say about it? Basically, it does everything. I've written a few things down because I had to look up exactly, and there is nothing that it doesn't do, so I can't rave anymore about it. It's glycolic acid and licorice, okay? So it helps with your pores, it helps with wrinkles, and it actually helps with acne. So it's not necessarily targeted at the older person, you know, but then we can get older adult acne as well, but it is targeted at the younger to help with any acne. It firms, it exfoliates, it reduces pigmentation, so it's really good for sunspot and sun damage. As we get older, that's a little bit more prominent on the face. So there isn't really anything that it doesn't do. So you're bound to wake up in the morning looking refreshed, I think. And basically, I bloody love it. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to have to search that out. I'm sure you can get it online somewhere quite easily. It's just not sold in the shops, but it is online in places. But I just wanted to tell you about it because I'm loving it. I've made a repurchase of my Neutrogena. This is a Hydro Boost. This is the almost empty one. And this is my brand new one. This is a supercharged booster. I really, really love this. It leaves your skin with a lovely glow. Some serums, I've got a few serums on the go at varying times. And I really love one that I've got from Ivory at the moment. But it's sort of, it's nice. I know it's hydrating, but you put it on and it just really absorbs into your skin and leaves your skin relatively matte finish. Whereas this sort of goes on and there's something psychological about it. The more dewiness it leaves on your skin when you first put it on, you kind of think it's more hydrating. Potentially, I don't think that's how it actually works scientifically, but in my head, it leaves a lovely glow. So if I want that extra surge of moisture, that's the serum I go for. So I've repurchased that one and enjoying so far. Let's move on to a little bit of makeup. Okay, so I've got some lippies and some lip glosses. I'm going to start with the lip glosses. I have potentially mentioned this one to you in the past from Rimmel. It's their Oh My Glass. And I got it in kind of like a little pink tint. I was looking actually for clear at the time, but it is almost so clear that it sort of ticked the box. But you can see there's that little bit of a sheen there that's a little bit pinky. And actually I'm glad now, because sometimes if I just want to add a gloss through the day, it's not really lifting and bringing any extra warmth and colour to my face, whereas this does, because it's got that little bit of pink. Whereas if I was stuck with the clear, it wouldn't sort of do much. It would just sort of, okay, your lips look wet, but that's nice because there is that little bit of a pink sheen going on. So that's really, really nice actually. Bit of an accidental purchase, but I'm enjoying it. But because of that, I went on to pick up the red version. And what's this one called? This one's called Poppy in 500. Now this is packing a bit more of a punch. This isn't just sort of a slight hint of red. It is a red gloss. So what I tend to do is pop it all on my lips and then I kind of blot it either by kissing the back of my hand, as it were, or with a tissue, and then just apply a little bit more. But I quite like it as a muted gloss, just giving that little bit of red to my lips, rather than if I don't want to go full on with a red lipstick, but I just want that hint of red in my lips. So I really, really like it. Staying powder is like any other gloss really. It's not fantastic, but I like them. They actually smell nice as well. Yeah, just a nice sort of fresh, sweet, lipsticky sort of scent. And they just apply really nice. So enjoying those from Rimmel. And also I'm enjoying these little Stay Mattes. And these are also from Rimmel. They're a little liquid lip. And I hadn't actually tried these before, I don't think. Or if I had, it was so long ago that the product's probably dried up and I just haven't reached for it. But I picked up this one because I was looking for sort of a pinkier shade. And this is that sort of lovely mauvey pink, sort of neutral tone. I need to keep away sometimes from too much mauve if it's on the grayer side, because then it just sucks all the life out of my face and I don't like it. But when it's mauve with that lovely sort of rosy pink in there, it's lovely. And I really, really like the staying power of this one. So this one's called Blush and it's 110 and it's their Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colour. Like I say, goes on beautifully. Applicator, just your normal doe foot there as normal. But they apply so smoothly and they actually last. I would say if I put these on in the morning, it's still there at lunchtime. So you're looking at a good between 4 and 5 hours. Very, very good. Because I liked this colour so much, I went on and picked up this one, which is in 700 Be My Baby, which was a little bit more in that sort of orange tone. I've got so many of these colours. There you can see it here, the top one. A little bit more of the brownie orange terracotta nudie neutral shade. I like it. Again, it wears exactly the same as the other one, but I just really prefer this blush colour. Really love it. So I wanted to mention those two because they're relatively new and I'm enjoying them. Whilst we're on the topic of lipstick, kind of, this Paw Paw is kind of like a multi-purpose product. They come in different colours. There's like a red, there's a yellow, there's a green, there's this one. There might be more. I've picked up the green one, which is more just of a clear, very sheer. There's sheer butter in it. So that's supposed to be very good for cuticles. You can add it into your hair. You can put it on your lips. You can add it to any dry patches. It's kind of like one of those multi-purpose, but it's clear. It's a bit like a Vaseline, I suppose, but not. And I quite like that. I don't put it anywhere other than on my cuticles. I don't know that it's actually doing anything, but I just use it in that way. So anyway, I wanted to try one of their ones which has got the tint in it. And this one is multi-purpose and it's a soothing balm with natural Paw Paw for lips, cheeks and cosmetic finishing with a hint of a tint. And it's fragrance free and all the good things. And I tell you what, I've fallen in love with it. Right, I've swapped it up here, look. So you can see it's that corally is a good tone for it. So I've kind of blended it in here. So you can still see it. It still says that lovely corally shade. And it's really nice. If you like a cream blusher, which I do, I took this away with us to Rome. And if just sort of through the day, I was looking a little bit pale, you know, I'd had my makeup on since first thing in the morning and I hadn't touched up and it was all sort of a little bit windswept off my face, I would just pop a little bit of this just on my little apples of my cheeks and then blend it on my lips. Bam. And I was sort of back and brought to life. And it's really nice to have the two sort of cohesive look, having the same shade on your cheeks as your lips. But it just went on subtly. You could almost do it without a mirror. And that's what's so cool about it, because you can just chuck it in your handbag. And if you haven't got a mirror, you can kind of do it quite easily. But it's just a simple product and I'm really enjoying it. Next, I had to make a repurchase and I repurchased this little quad from Max Factor. And the reason why I had to make a repurchase is because I took it on a previous holiday and this shade here, the real sort of chocolate brown colour, had smashed in transit and had fallen out, and I'd kind of worked around it, but I thought, you know what, I really like this little quad, so I'm just going to buy a new one so that it looks really nice. It's the, what is it, Smoky Eye Matte Drama Kit. It's a matte finish and it's in the shade Alluring Nude and it's number 10. And I just really like the shades. They are all matte. I've got so many shimmers and I do like a shimmer on my eye, but sometimes I like to start off with a matte and then just add a tiny bit of shimmer at the end if I wish to. So you've basically got the cream, you've got a nice sort of milk chocolate there in the lighter, the darker brown, and this one at the end is a really cool tone, kind of taupey grey brown, and that's the shade I really love. That's beautiful for just sort of going in the ends of your eye and just sort of bringing it in just to give a bit of definition on the end there. So I really like that. So I wanted to mention it because I did have to repurchase it. So it must be pretty good because I don't think I've done that very often for any eyeshadow. What have we got next? I bought this little compact of like a finishing powder basically from L'Oreal. It's their True Match and it's their super blendable perfecting powder. And I bought this a week or two before we went away. So yeah, middle of February I would say. Okay. And basically I got, is it in different shades? Oh yeah, I got Ivory. So I hadn't realised, but there's your finishing powder. And basically I just put it under my eyes. That's all I do. I've got other ones, but I thought, hey, I want to try that. And when I came home, I was very impressed with the packaging. Once you get it open, it kind of opens in another little layer on the bottom and you've got your little puff there, which I did use on holiday just to try it out really, but when I'm at home here I just use a brush. But it's got the mirror, which was really cool because when I went away I forgot to take a little mirror. I know I like to sit on the bed when I'm away and do my makeup in a little compact mirror because I haven't got my big mirror that I'm sort of stood in front of in my bedroom at home here. So I thought that was really cool that it was all condensed in this one little packaging. So you have your powder, your little puff and your mirror. So I like that from L'Oreal. And then, I don't know about you, I heard good things years ago of the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. And they were for some quite prominent YouTubers. So obviously I went out and bought one and I picked up the #1 Fair. But I never overly got on with it because it's so fair. It's like if you've got porcelain shade skin, if you go for porcelain for your foundations, this is your concealer. So I did used to use it just in the very corners, but I've started to step away from that real highlighted light concealer under my eyes, and I tend to go more for what my actual skin tone is. So I thought perhaps I'm just doing something wrong. I've repurchased this fair shade a couple of times, but just still not enjoying it as much as I thought I should, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I went and investigated the different shades, and yes, now they have some warm and some cool shades from fair to medium. Anyway, they've got more of a shade range. So I picked up Warm Fair, which is 1B. So if I can find a bit of hand here, can you see it down here? It's not overly fair. If I can be really good, I'll show you fair. So I'm sure you'll be able to see the difference there. That's the lipstick I was previously talking about. That's fair and that's Warm Fair. So you can see the difference. That's really quite pale for my skin. I don't tend to need to go that fair ever, whereas this is more my skin tone. So I'm really, really pleased. I'm so glad I don't know why I just didn't do that previously, because I did kind of like the concealer. It's a good price, but the colour wasn't working for me. So now it is, and I'm well chuffed. Okay, so I wanted to mention just a little bit of a favourite thing I've been doing. I've been enjoying cream blushes, and my two favourites are, I have a C.Y.O one in a cream shadow and blush. So this one's really good. It's called Only Words. That is the shade. So I swish it on my eyes sometimes, but I definitely use it on my cheeks if I want that more terracotta peach. This one that I've also mentioned in a previous video is the, what's it called? French Rose, and it's a boutique range. So if I want more of a pink, can you see that? That's what I go for. Either or, whatever I have on my cheeks, I then set it with a powder blush. And I tell you what, again, I know I'm harping back to when we were away, but it just makes your blush last longer, stay on your face longer. So if you start off with a little bit of cream blusher and then add one of your favourite blushes on the top, and at the moment I've been loving this one from Wet n Wild. This one's got a big crack on it because I accidentally purchased two of them on two different occasions when we were in America, and I picked up the same shade both times, and this one's the pearlescent pink. But I'm using this one up because it's got the crack. So I want to use this one up, and then I have my nice new one to follow. And it's just a really nice pearly pinky peach, which is why it kind of works with either one of those cream blushes. It doesn't take away too much of the peach from the first one, and it adds that little bit more pink when I use the pink one. So I just wanted to mention layer, and then that blush really sticks to your face and lasts all day. There be gone. So last two things I just wanted to mention, a little bit of a first impression. So first up is a mascara, and this one is the Volume Million Lashes Excess. These are from L'Oreal Paris. They come, there's a few different shades, not shades, like consistencies of these, like 4 or 5. They're all in different colours, green, purples. I picked up this red one because I wanted to try it out. You can see the brush is a relatively big one. I quite like it because it's kind of like that plastic. Basically, I've tried it twice, so that's why it's a first impression. I like it. I think it's buildable. I think a few applications first up is very daytime. I would like then for it to just dry a little bit and then go in with another layer if I wanted a little bit more drama. But I really, really like these from L'Oreal. So perhaps I'll let you know with continued use how I get on. And then, last but not least, this one from Nivea is the Q10 Plus C, sorry. It's the anti-wrinkle and energy skin sleep cream. And it's packaged in like that sort of metallized sort of tubing, so no light can get into the packaging, which is really good for vitamin C. So I've used this 2 nights on the trot now, And it's basically a moisturiser with that added oomph of vitamin C, which my face really likes. It gets on with glycolic acid and vitamin C. It's a little bit touchy with retinol. I'm quite sensitive to retinol. So because I have quite good results with my glycolic acid, I've been using that for quite a few years now, my toner, and I really like the way that sort of clears and brightens my skin. I wanted to give this a try because it's got that extra vitamin C, which my skin also really enjoys, so I really like it. It's really, really nice. Like I say, I've used it only twice, but I like the effect and like how my skin is looking in the morning. So I just wanted to mention those as a couple of first impressions. I will keep you posted if I really, really enjoy them. Perhaps they'll come up in a future favourites. So thank you so much for watching, guys. That's it. Like I say, probably my next video will be more like the fashion and the lifestyle side of things for March that I have been enjoying. Thank you so much for watching. Click on that subscribe button before you disappear. Leave me a comment down below if you've tried any of these out or have any questions about them. I will always get back to you. Thank you so much again. Bye.